go. Good afternoon. It's Rando Central here on the Speedgaming network of channels. We are wrapping up Speedgaming Live Online for Link to the Past Randomizer. We are down to 3 absolute top-tier runners. This is the last 2 in the losers bracket finals. We have Gem and Gammachuu, 2 completely decorated, absolute titans of this game, facing off against each other in an elimination match. And who, of course, are they going to be facing for the person that does win? Another incredibly scary and formidable and quite well-known runner named Andy. This is one heck of a bracket. Spoiler is extremely brutal. Going to be in for quite the treats. I am Claire Mouse. Joined with me is the one, the only Fear Agent. Tracking for us today is Pixcalibur. Already marking everything for us. Fear, are you ready to go?
I'm ready. I love watching Spoiler. I do not enjoy playing it. And so
very fair, very fair.
I'm gonna enjoy watching 2, like you said, really strong runners. 1.5. Like Gem is really good. I'll give him Gamma like a half.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair, right?
They are in the losers bracket, right? So
that's true.
Both of them lost to Andy, and then the winner of this will go on to face Andy and have to beat Andy twice. That's going to be tough to do.
Yeah, that's going to be. Yeah, this is going to be one gigantic. I mean, it's like, every single time you think you're going to face like a Mount Everest, you look up, whatever. It doesn't matter where you are in terms of progression. Like there's like another mountain, right? Just like waiting, like that's like even higher than you currently are. Yeah. It is going to be quite scary.
For sure. So what's interesting is, both really strong execution, right? Like you don't get this far without having good execution, especially low percentage. And then 2, you got to be really good at routing on the fly. So you got 15 minutes to route this thing. And we see the hula hand, which you don't see very often in a non cross keys sort of run. But spoilers, they're going to need some cash.
So, yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. So hula hand.
Oh no, that's
oh no. Everything, do not panic. It is only it's sub-minute 1. Do not panic. You have the rest of the sea to go, but it's fine. We can just take another.
No, he's got to go up. Oh no, he came out the door. That's fine.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah. So right. Yeah. So as you did, what we did, in this case, take a little bit of a sneak peek on the spoiler log because that is part of the race room. They have 15 minutes to basically try and figure out what the best route is. And yes, Gem successfully made it to the hula hand room.
That's a tough way to start.
It's okay. Again, it's early. There's plenty of game to still play. So the important part is that Gem does not.
You gotta shake it off, right?
Like that's right. You can't get tilted. That's right. That's absolutely correct.
Shake it off. Yep.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, it's okay. But the important part is we actually got money. Gem actually doesn't look like he cares too much more about getting, I guess, all of hula hand, or maybe after that it's kind of like little, a couple corners here and there. Literally, doesn't have to go all the way to the corners of that room in order to go pick up just the necessary amount of money he needs.
Yeah, I think Gamma's going to do it too, but he's got the gloves, so it's going to be a little bit faster if he can do it correctly.
Oh yeah, and I guess he ended up getting a bomb too, right? So yeah, this is, and he has right, and it looks like he actually got flippers out of sorry,
blind side.
Yeah. Thank you. Right, so then he actually could not do the version of hula hand that Gem did because, well, you kind of need to jump into the water and then come back and kind of like reset the camera angle, right? And with flippers, you just kind of stay in the water. So
Zora in spoiler is tough. If there's not if there wasn't a 300 in the opening there, like they had, I think there was some money in Kakariko, and you have to farm it. It really slows things down.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Not too bad in this situation with them both hula handing there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and again, it's while the margins for spoiler are incredibly tight. Again, if you're gonna make a mistake, like you probably rather make it or have some unforced error like at the very beginning when there's plenty more game to make up versus like maybe something happens in execution where you're climbing GT and then there's very, very little room in order for you to try and claw back some of that time. Also very little opportunity for your potential opponent, to also have their own unforced error as well.
Does Jim? Let's see.
Is he gonna have enough money? I don't know because Gamma did. Oh, look, there's also Samaria.
Yeah, okay, definitely need those flips.
That's also really important. Yeah, we actually look like we got a little bit of a different routes though. Just well, so right. So Gamma decided to go early Kakariko, and then take his gloves, go Houlihan, and then we're basically just gonna rush the Zora area. And who are we gonna thank for our hammer today, Fear?
Solski.
Solski. Thanks, Solski. Yeah. As you did mention, like if there is no, Zora kind of like only is a problem when. Well, it's a lot of money, but then yeah, like especially if there's no 300, early resources in spoiler can actually be very, very brutal, right? I mean, you have a lot of right options for you to look at. Right? You have triples, you have bush crabs, you have prize packs. If you're trying to get a little bit lucky, of course, you have all of the items, of course, within Kakariko, all that fun stuff. However, if all that stuff doesn't pan out for you, like now what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, price packs are tough because they didn't have a sword or anything to kill.
Yeah, that's also true too.
So it'd be hard to get those price packs. But Gammachuu already into the Dark World, and
that's also very true.
Gem gonna go get his hammer now. I mean it's never over until it's over, especially with these low percentage races. But that's just I feel so bad for Gem because it was such a slow start to it all there. With missing the Houlihan, it's just something you don't want to do.
Yeah, no, that's definitely very true. I don't know if that hit outside of Hype was intentional on Gamma's part.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It did look a little bit unexpected.
Maybe he wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it looks like it doesn't matter. He's gonna save and quit.
Yeah, it's okay. Gem. Everything's fine. I think this is also kind of the consequences of maybe trying to keep track of many things at once, especially in the early game, to make sure in this case, yes, I have everything. And as you mentioned, no weapon. This crab, oh my god. Dude,
it was scary. He's just hanging out right there. So you've watched a lot of Gem. Tell me, is he good at getting out of the tilt? Is he like?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It may not look like it because he's kind of getting bombarded with some by enemies here, but yes, like in general, like Gem's actually really like he's a pretty cool and collected kind of guy. Like I think he's actually pretty good at trying to keep things out of his head. But I mean, just like I would say, he is certainly not impervious. Just like everybody else, right? Everyone's human. Yeah. In order to basically not necessarily make the best decisions.
we got the mouth. Thanks Solski from Gem there. Awesome.
Yeah.
Man, if you love Rando, it's the time to. This is the time. Like we've got this tournament, we've got the league, we've got Cross Keys is finishing up. The 80 Keys tournament just finished up. There's so much Rando going on right now.
Yeah. Speaking of the 80 Keys tournament, it has been won in a 2-0 series by, of course, what we see here on our right screen today, Gammachuu.
Yep.
Big GGs. Yeah. So of course, I think Gamma also in this kind of like season of Rando, as you said, I don't know if I've seen his stream off in the last, I would say, month or so.
Well, he books all of the races on the same day, so he does like 3 or 4 races a day, which is just insane.
Yeah. Between like just pure Link to the Past randomizer, I think there's also some SMZ3 in there, sprinkled in. I think he was in HMG. He's in basically every tournament that you can probably think of. Yeah, and so certainly I don't think he's rusty. That's what I'm trying to say. I think he's got plenty of practice.
So he's got a shovel, and we're gonna go dig something up.
All right.
What, pray tell, do you think someone would rush the shovel for, Claremont?
Well, so if it's Gem, and you put a shovel in his hand, I'm gonna protect it as the boots. I'm assuming though that since it's the same seed, Gamma's gonna do the same thing.
Gamma's gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna go dig something special up. You don't rush the shovel if nothing's there. And there it is.
Oh yeah, super nice. We've got some 7.5 minute boots already. Yeah, looking real swell here. Now of course,
you need a sword, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so there is only one set of boots out there. And of course we actually do have the hook shot, as noted. At least certainly on initially for Gamma's side, we actually too can take advantage of some amount of speed, like hook speed, right? On stairs and stuff like that. So we're not totally, completely just stranded. But yes, you're absolutely correct in that sword basically just like completely magnifies like the ability of the boots. You don't have to stop your dashes. You actually have some amount of defense, like the best, the adage, right? Best defense is a good offense. All that fun stuff. So.
Gamma picking up his fire rod.
Yeah, I got a little bit of interesting divergence here, right? Because
Jim got that early, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then Gamma just saved and quit out of Hype Cave. Gem is walked all the way over to the village of Outcasts from the dig spot, or sorry, from Stumpy.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get, what did we? Oh, we got the shovel. Right, right.
He
I was like,
he
what did we
stopped at
just? Yes.
Stumpy and picked up $50 too. So he's got pod money, but as you see, pod is a pendant as well as Hera and Ice Palace. Spoiler log: we're going to both pendant dungeons today. And Gamma looks like he went to go pick up some magic. What is that for?
That's a great question. So I have for disclaimer, I have not actually looked at the full spoiler log. What does he want magic for? Are we going ice now? We got a fire rod. We have.
Is this ice?
We have ice.
I mean, he doesn't have to kill Cold Stare, right? So it's not
Yeah.
as scary. I think this makes sense.
Okay. I mean, we just need to get in the front door. So.
Okay, yeah, I guess this makes sense. Oh, look at that, Gem with the dig. Oh man,
look at that bright smile on Jess. He knows what his superpowers are with that shovel.
Wow.
that's so good. It's classic Gem right there. So, again, makes me, feel a little bit better. Kind of ease up on that, on the mental anxiety, right?
Sure.
Meter. Oh, yep. So good. Yeah, of course.
And there's few people that are as scary as Gem are when boots are involved. I feel like you don't want to give boots to Gem.
Well, right. So if you're Gem's opponent, I think you're going to try and get as much bootsless time as you possibly could. And probably also the same thing for Gamma. Like you've also want to face Gamma, you also probably want to try and do some bootsless stuff. Oh,
there we go. There's the flute.
Yeah,
nice spot like for it too, right? You don't have to do anything else. Just use that Samaria and get right to it.
Yeah, and actually looks like, Gem made up a little bit of time, honestly, like with that full magic, because, I think Gamma, all he did was to go to Uncle for that.
Yeah, it's to get that magic.
Refill. Yeah, and then Gem, I mean, granted, like, yes, like, you do, it certainly never hurts to get a little lucky in this case, but yeah, that big magic drop really did, like, basically, going to Uncle is pretty time costly.
So we can see the difference, though. Gamma still has a lead, but they've both done the exact same things up until this point. Gem's going to get that flute and then head over to Kakariko as well. And then we'll see everywhere go from there.
Yeah.
We're looking for the mirror. I think that is actually vanilla today. So we might see them pick that up.
Yeah.
Here, we still need some stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, in fact, so Big Caliber, our tracker today, just tracked quite a few matches for us already, so thank you so much. Like, he's already kind of marked all of the pendants and crystals, right? So we do see that we do need to get entry into Meyer and Turtle Rock. We're gonna need that Bombos Medallion. We're gonna need that Ice Rod, of course. I mean, it's not gonna be a hunt, in the spoiler log, it's gonna be a very quick Control F or, Command F or app, whatever, whatever Mac or, PC you're on. I'm just gonna basically have to search through that log. So, by the way, if you're talking about, not only necessarily the important ones, so in order to get into these dungeons, Meyer and Turtle Rock, we're gonna need a sword in addition to that medallion.
We do need a sword.
Have you seen what these guys are not dashing with? I
think Gamma's gonna get one here shortly, I would say, and I think Gem's probably gonna follow suit because to use Bombos, you're right, you do need a sword, and there's a sword at Catfish. Nobody wants to do Catfish. Sorry.
That is true. And honestly, like if these guys are gonna go to Catfish for the first sword, or even their second sword or third sword for that matter, like you just know, like that's kind of like where that's what the low bar basically is, for like where the rest of the swords are.
Yeah. Sees very similar routes. So Gamma is in desert after doing the old man to get that mirror. Gem doing the same thing.
Yeah, and actually, it looks like Gamma's here in desert. We can, in theory, complete this dungeon. I was also thinking about
half magic, nice.
Yeah, I was like, well, what is he gonna use in order to go kill Lenmos with? Because we're kind of already low on magic. But yeah, here we are.
Now it's free.
Yes,
free Lenmo.
Yeah, free Lenmo. Talk actually about like the rest of the siege. I mean, you're right in that we don't have to go kill Cold Stare. That's probably where half magic and fire rod really kind of shine. But half magic is a great safety. So actually coupled with that cape. We have to go to kill Vitreous today. Certainly could be, kind of like relevant, depending on, again, where those, what order, like they end up getting the swords, if that's going to be available to them.
So we are seeing a little bit of divergence. Gem going to go do some mountain stuff now. I think there's a bow up here. There's definitely some things to get up here.
Okay, that's fair. So actually, so Fear, I don't know, like, do you know if Gamma likes to watch his opponent at all? Like during spoiler, if
I
he
think
likes to peek
not till the end.
Okay.
I don't think he really pays attention. I think he just focuses on what he's doing.
Okay, so that actually sounds about right for at least historically for the last couple races that that Gem has done. You know, I think like the last one he did versus Rock, and he said that he kind of peaked after Agda 2, and you know that's also fair. Okay, all right. So actually, we do see something pretty nice on Gamma's side. Right side desert does in fact have our collective first sword. We actually have a powder.
Yeah, that's nice free pickup. Like you're going through here anyways.
Yeah,
nice safety to have. I didn't check Magic Pad. I don't think there's anything at Magic Pad, but nice to have anyways.
Yeah, but if you're already here, right, and going through Super Bunny, like it is literally, you know, like 5 seconds or something, right?
Yeah.
5-10 seconds out of your way, and you know, especially again, you talk about low percent. Oh, that lamp is that lamp is gonna be actually really nice as well.
We got the lamp. We got the blue mail and the bow lamp.
Oh my gosh, dude, what is such a big hat for us?
Heart container, yep.
Okay, I think suddenly our comfort meter has just like skyrocketed.
That's the spoil like dream right there. You just get four items consecutively, and a couple of them are safety items. A heart and blue mail. It just makes things so much nicer.
Exactly. Yeah, and actually looks like we are actually gonna go right. So Gamma has not done Dark Death Mountain yet. So he's and he's gotten his sword, so he's gonna be claiming our first crystal relatively shortly. Yeah, with the Fire Rod half magic. I certainly imagine Gem would also get that as well.
There's no
torch.
Oh yeah, I think you have to get it. Like in spoiler, if it's there, you go and grab it. It's not even out of the way. You go up one room and bonk into
exactly.
That's
as
he has to go back.
You're right. That's right. He does have a second chance to get this. He is picking up the magic pots though, so
I feel like it's so early.
Wow,
and it helps with.
We're not even getting the sword. Oh no, maybe we need. Okay. Oh no, we need the small key. Okay.
He's got to get the small key out of the big chest. But
okay.
Okay.
Slightly different ordering. I'm not actually sure which way is faster. If it is, it's
probably
basically a wash.
Minimal.
Yeah. It's almost kind of like this, you know, like I think, you know, certainly as the competition gets tougher, right, the matches become, you know, a lot more formidable, you know, both for, you know, in this case Gem and, you know, Gamma, like, you know, very understandably so, like these guys are pretty much in the top 3, right? Like the margin of error that you are allowed to have essentially against your opponent is, it just shrinks so much, like between every single race. And this is not, you know, I would not be surprised if either Gamma or, you know, Gem are just basically trying to like, how do I squeeze out another 20 frames, you know, from this room, right? Or how do I, you know, do anything? Because, you know, across the entirety of the game, that actually could be, you know, the difference, just given, you know, how just how aggressive, right, like these CCs can be.
Sure. Gamma doesn't run NMG though, so he doesn't know anything about frames. He's just trying to go fast.
Well, we did see him use the Fire Rod on Landmo, so you know what? I do agree, like with that statement that you just made. You know.
Yeah, that's all rando, baby.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of rando, we actually got some, you know, some new Specky clip action going on.
Love it.
Yeah, so of course, yeah, we, you know, it is technically a sequence break, right? As kind of already stated before, that we do not need now the hammer requirement to get into the back of Swamp Palace. However, even if you do have the hammer, it is still, I believe it was timed to be 22 seconds faster.
Yeah.
Clip, you know, versus, you know,
so
the key. Yeah, exactly. Drain the water and like, yes, and while I would say that in a regular, you know, rando setting, you know, like if you don't know Specky, like it's okay, you know, like, well, I mean, you know, like there are a lot of things that people don't do, right? Yeah. And it's just probably one of those other things that, you know, it'd be kind of nice to have, but you know, is it going to make or break or see problem? In spoiler, I would highly recommend that you learn.
That's a lot of time. Yeah. Oh, Jim almost missed it right there, but
right, we got there though. And actually, you know, talking about more about, I guess, like, this is probably also, again, more relevant for NMG, the refill time, like, for, like, magic and hearts also do add up.
All right, so Gamma can take one hit with two hit it KO, basically. So, does have to be careful here. which is hard. It's always hard to be careful and go fast at the same time.
Yeah, because like they're actually pretty like orthogonal to each other, right? Because like you're kind of used to doing like certain strats, right? Where those strats, well, they're not, you know, like risk-free or anything like that. Like you do incur some amount of like non-trivial risk in order to take damage, right? But usually more often, especially if you're coming here on Argus and, you know, in a normal time, right? You got a lot more health in this, right? And then there's just like that also like the mental.
Yep.
Yeah. And
I mean, it was a pretty good fight, but it missed just that one fire rod shot. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I mean, overall though, like very solid performance, you know, on Gamma's side. You know, again, like being part of low percent, this is something that you kind of have to, I guess, more, you know, less equate to yourself with. Fighter's Sword, Argus is not easy.
Nope.
You know, you really can't really, I guess, like do it quickly.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he came here now. I guess. Okay, so I'm trying to think of the other swords. There's
you said one's on Catfish, right?
One's on Catfish, one's in GT, one's in TR. Okay, so yeah, I guess they're gonna have to, unless you go to the Catfish sword, which I don't think anyone's gonna do. You're gonna do all of these boss fights on Fighter Sword.
Wait, so
where? Trying to think if he could save time on Argus coming back later, but he can't. Like it's gonna be Fighter Sword no matter what.
Okay, well, yeah, I was gonna ask, like, where in GT is that last sword? Is it like
it's next to the big key, so they're good.
Oh, okay. So they'll at least have tempered. Tempered for Ganon. Okay.
Yeah, and they should have silvers too.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so I guess maybe like so. Yeah, as you mentioned, Catfish is. You know, I don't know, you know, what their calculus is in terms of like how valuable that temper sword is. I know that Gem very highly values it. However, like, does he value, you know, like Catfish investment type of time?
Yeah,
you know, for that?
I think that's too much. I just don't think you could see. I don't imagine your opponent going to Catfish, so it's such a time investment.
Yeah, especially in this case, you said that like silvers are pretty, you know, easily accessible, right? I think, you know, Gem already found the bow, his first bow in Hookshot Cave. I think another bow's coming up here somewhere.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and so
if you have silvers,
okay, well then.
There it is.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. So okay, so those would be Gamma's first bow. He'll just have to go get the one Hookshot Cave. And then,
which I think is why Gamma didn't go up to the mountain when he did. Now, he's like, well, they got powder.
I'm actually trying to think like what else was there. It was powder, and then it was lamp.
Safeties. It was lamp.
Lamp, yeah.
So,
but
okay, so Gem could save some time there, but not a lot. So I understand why Gamma did what he did. But he does,
it is, yeah. I mean, you actually
only have 66 rupees too, by the way.
Oh, that's a great point. And you said that we have to go into pod, right?
We do have to go to pod. Yeah.
Okay, well. Well, yeah, right. So I guess maybe like TBD on that powder, but I think you mentioned maybe like we actually don't need the bat. Nice fight there on Gem's side, on script and everything. But yeah, in terms of looking at just like the safeties, and how much buffer basically like Gem has right now over Gamma. Right, Gem's on 6 hearts, blue mail. Well, also lamp, I guess, for those dark rooms eventually. But like Gamma,
Myers the big one,
aggressive, right? Exactly.
Myers the big one. And maybe Gamma is just thinking like, I need to.
Oh, the stun price is 20 rupees. Okay, I think we're fine in terms of money.
Gamma knows that Gem is really good at this. He can't afford to just waste time. So if he can do all that stuff without making that second mountain trip, then you know that's gonna save him time overall. Wow,
okay, I will say that, you know, there are like, I would say for the most part, if like. Gem is very, very, like, he's very level-headed. That being said, like, I think if he fell in there, he might actually have gotten, like, really tilted. Like, he has mentioned before.
Well, that's a huge time loss if there's not a key right there, right?
Yeah. Luckily, nothing bad happened, so here we are. We're all good. All right, and of course, you know, being here, I guess one of the upsides, question mark, of being here only on Fighter Sword is that there are no beams to get rid of. Because, well, you can't get beams on Fighter Sword, and but the bad news, of course, is that you can only do Fighter Sword damage. Now, that, of course, looking at, you know, Gem and Gamma's like layout probably for this dungeon, we have Fire Rod and Half Magic.
Fire Rod, Half Magic, and Hammer.
Hammer, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Now again, like Gem has a little bit more of a buffer. Oh, dude, that little definitely plays some deep into.
Nice recovery though, hitting the Gibdo with that silver arrow.
Yeah.
Are they playing on
so,
fast ROM or is this
this is
fast
tournament? This tournament
Oh,
branch. Yeah.
lame.
But so that being said, though, it was read of Ravis's live lessons that if you do have silvers, oh gem, please don't die. nice
no
recovery.
Worries. No worries.
Alright, I definitely wasn't, I definitely was breathing, of course. Okay, alright, so on to, I was gonna say, so, Gem, again, like, so in this particular arena, the heart containers, I think, are significantly more valuable, right? So, I mean, given that Gem does have blue mail, he can kind of ram himself into Mothula to get a couple of extra hits if he needs, because it does one heart, but Gamma, though,
I think he's gonna use that fire rod and use
for sure.
Green powder, I think, the green potion.
So that's true.
I think you just go nuts, start spamming.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Of course, that being said, Gamma still can use a sword, right? You can do spins, you can do the hammer.
He might just go hammer. He might just go hammer. I don't know. 4 hearts is a little monk-esque, though. That's a little scary. But he'll, what he's telling himself is what he tells me when we do collapse. I got you. Gamma can carry you. That's what he always tells me.
No, that's
Gamma can carry you. What a jerk.
Yeah, it looks like he actually is doing this this exact thing, which I really do, approve of. As you mentioned, 4 hearts is very Monka-esque, Gamma-esque, whatever, right? And so if you can take things just a little bit more conservatively, you lose, let's just say, 5 to 10 seconds, right? That's much better than like
that much time either.
Like, oh yeah, for sure.
That was pretty good fight. So I think he definitely probably lost a few seconds to Gem, but I wouldn't say it was significant.
Oh no, that's what you, and like step 0 is that you didn't lose the 2 minutes or something, that you died to Mothula and have to go all the way back.
Yes, that's
and then and then step 1 is I guess we didn't actually time like the different but I mean for Gamma's equipment especially, I mean in general actually, it was it was actually very strong.
What's he getting from Sick Kid?
Yeah, what is here? You have that bottle from Swamp, so this is the time to get it.
Oh, that's important.
Well, that is pretty important.
There's a heart container in the back of Cat. Is he gonna get it? He's not. Wow. The back of the well or tavern.
The tavern, yeah. I don't actually remember if Gem ended up getting that one.
Gem did. That's how I know.
Okay. All right. I mean, we definitely see some. I mean, I don't know how aggressive, I guess, like Gamma is, but certainly
he's being aggressive today. I mean,
he's been that's right.
Green mail for everything.
And again, like I think this shows, good amount of respect that that Gamma has to Gem, right? Because he knows, especially if you're not going to kind of like peeking in, Gem is a very formidable opponent. You cannot lose, afford basically to just going to give up what you consider to might be free time, right? And if you think,
Gem is
if you can do it,
here.
oh no.
All right, he's got it now.
All right, yeah,
this is tough. This is so stressful. This is why I don't like this. It's so hard. It's so hard to play.
It's if you're, not like maybe playing like versus like Gem versus Gamma in like the losers bracket finals, where stakes a little bit higher. Spoiler isn't so bad, but yes, it certainly can be. Especially on Gamma's side, it is hyper aggressive, right? 4 hearts, green mail, as you mentioned, and it actually doesn't really look like the swords are very convenient either, right? So these guys are going to be kind of like outside of their normal tempered, like tempered boots, type of comfort level.
Is Gem going to go with silvers? Nice.
Yeah. Oh, almost though.
This is always scary though, because that mirror is just one push away.
It is. I will say, like, I think this. Well, okay. At least like the first time I saw this fight, it was actually on Gem stream. So now that being said, past performance does not necessarily guarantee future returns here, but Gem looks like he nailed this fight. So. All right, nice aim on Gem's side using silver arrows. Could have actually been a ton worse. We actually have, as you mentioned, we have to go into Pendant Pod for looks like the Bombos medallion.
Yep, that's go mode though, right? Like that's go mode. There's a sword in TR and a sword in GT, so just need to pick up the big keys from both Meyer and Eastern here and finish the bosses.
So this is actually gonna be okay. So we just see that the Hookshot Cave has our silvers, right? So it looks like Gamma is on track to basically do everything not on the mountain and then go up, right?
Yep.
So
yep. And he's gonna do Mire after Eastern, which is gonna use up all of his arrows too. So
how is this Vitreous fight gonna look like a Gamma side?
I think this
I'm
is
a
where
little scared.
Yeah. Not only that, it's just gonna be slow, and I think this is where Gem catches up.
He is certainly probably so. Assuming Gem does at least have some amount of like arrow management, on his side, like that, the Vitreous fight will certainly be just objectively faster, right, based on Gem's equipment. Now, is it going to be like enough to like counteract basically like the one whole mountain climb?
There's a couple
maybe.
things though. Yeah, he's got the fight and he's got the dark rooms, and Gamma's really good at Mire dark rooms. Like I'll give him a lot of props. I'm not gonna give him props on a lot, but I'll give him props for that. He's really good at Mire dark.
Yeah, I mean, I would certainly expect very high level amounts of execution here between both Gamma and Gem.
But in theory, Gem should save some time in the dark rooms and, of course, with the Vidi fight. Now, how much time we'll see, but it should be interesting.
Yeah, I unfortunately was not watching what route Gamma took to get to Harmless Highway, like where the keys layout are.
But Gem's doing the exact same thing as Gamma.
Okay.
They're both doing their routing pod exactly the same.
Okay, sounds good. So we need one more key presumably somewhere. Maybe
I'm
it's just
guessing
in the compass room.
Nope. Oh yeah, I think it's where the mini Helmas are. I think so.
Mini Helmas. Oh, you mean in the basement?
No, I'm sorry. The turtles here.
The turtles.
So,
okay, yeah. Okay. So if it's a compass room, then yeah, it's like super easy basically to go get bombos. Yeah, it's very easy. I'm kind of actually watching.
So Gamma's up Eastern. That's what we're. Gem mirrors, Gamma leaves. That's our difference.
Oh, that's yeah.
But okay, Gem's done the rest of the mountain. Gamma's going to do that on his way up to Turtle Rock, and
well, so Mire, it is a Hookshot Cave, I guess. Yeah, and well, actually, so are you going to get silvers afterwards though? Like, do they say type? Oh no.
Oh, we forgot the big key.
Oh no, that is gonna be a little bit
yeah, at least he remembered right there. That was like
could
have been way worse. Yeah, he'll get silvers. I don't know if he gets them on the way out or because like he doesn't need silvers going into Turtle Rock. I think he wants. I don't even know if the sword matters. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna get powder.
Yeah,
I don't think he does Super Bunny. I think he just goes up to the mountain, opens up Turtle Rock, goes in and finishes Turtle Rock. On his way out, picks up silvers, blue mail, and maybe, gosh, I don't even know if he wants. I guess we'll grab the lamp. I don't know.
Yeah, well, so I guess like having the lamp is if you have silvers, the lamp I think matters significantly less. Just because you don't have to worry about magic management.
Yeah,
you have half magic in addition. I mean, but that being said, like it literally is right there. I don't know if he wants. Maybe he'll make his torches a little bit nicer.
I think once at this point with only GT left and having silvers and half magic, there's zero reason to pick up that lamp. So I'll probably skip that lamp. He'll get the silvers. He might grab the blue mail since it's the next check. I don't know if he goes for that last heart. He's got 5 hearts right now, so
yeah, yeah. Especially as you mentioned, like blue mail basically just doubles your defense, right? So like, do you really need that extra heart? I mean, maybe, right? Ganon is still pretty scary at the end. But that being said, we did see Gamma take down Mothula 4 hearts. So
yeah, I think it depends on how long he takes to do this fight.
Yeah, as you mentioned, like
I think he did Spooky in the Dark. Yeah,
looks like it. I'm definitely seeing it.
That's impressive.
Yeah, very, very smooth dark rooms there on Gamma side.
So I think what he's gonna do is just go cape spins with the fighter sword, and then if he needs to, you can always pop that gringo and just keep
exactly.
Going. He's got 10 arrows for the big, so he'll definitely lose a little bit of time, but I think he'll be all right.
Okay. I will say that Gem also does need to remember to get his ice rod before going up the mountain, because I don't think he has
Oh,
it yet.
right. Yeah.
Right, because Gamma routed in that bottle and check right after, because that's maybe why he did Swamp Phallus first. Okay. Alright, we got some bombs ready to go as well on Gamma's side. I mean, this is a very, MacGyver-esque type of fight here.
Yeah,
Gamma might want to just pop that.
Yeah.
Potion. I don't know. He certainly wants to save 8 arrows for the phase 2. Oh my god, Gamma.
I was so. Oh my gosh.
All right, we did it. He did it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, man.
That is quite the resource management.
Oh
on Gamma's
boy.
side. No, but I mean, if you can save yourself a mountain trip, I mean, that was actually, I mean, a little scary at the end, but very well done again. The side for
I mean,
it
is. The question is, it would have been faster to go up to the mountain, or was it worth it? And I think the answer, it was worth it to skip, with how it turned out.
Well, I mean, if you can do what Gamma did, yes.
Right.
Now,
with the results, right?
Yes,
with the results that happened, I think it was the correct choice. Now, if he had died or had gone even longer, then obviously then it would have been the right choice. But I think the way it's worked out pretty well for Gammachuu. So
nice dash there on Jump side. Very brave. He was not in one hit KO mode, granted, but still, like dashing into one of those wizard ropes is also kind of always.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, but yeah, so that is it for Gamma. We're done with everything that's not on the mountain, so we're starting our climb. We're gonna go do Turtle Rock, and yeah, it sounds like we're gonna go pick up our 2 swords eventually and silvers.
Yeah, so there's a sword here in Turtle Rock. I'm not sure what the layout is. I haven't looked exactly, but he's gonna get one of the swords here. And then I imagine he'll at least grab silvers. If he doesn't get anything else, he'll at least grab silvers. He'll probably check to see where Gem is after he finishes Trinex, would be my guess, to kind of assess where he is overall.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, and again, like, I think all things considered, like, Gamma, I'm hoping he thinks that he has played the seed very well so far, because he certainly has. And if he's like feeling pretty decent about his performance so far, like maybe he's okay like taking a peek, right? Because like there's very little room for Gem to make a time on.
Yeah, he's not gonna watch. He's not gonna have the stream up the entire time. But I imagine his stream is there, minimized. Oh, he's gonna get the stuff now. Okay, I guess this is okay. But he'll have it pulled up, and he'll take a peek and see where everything is. He's getting what is he getting the lamp for? I guess Turtle Rock, but it's even that's the freest of the dark rooms. There's gonna have to need to pick up some arrows too.
Yeah, that's right. After using exactly 10 of his arrows on Vitreous.
Okay, we're tied up with checks now. Everyone's done the exact amount of checks.
Okay, yeah.
Gem has his ice rod. Gamma's got his stuff off the mountain. We are separated by a climb and an opening of the. Oh
my god!
Dead rock.
We are separated by one climb plus 1 dead rock. That is so terrible.
I hate the dead rock so much.
Gem is very rightfully so taking his revenge. Holy cow!
Oh, I jumped down. Oh man, these dead rocks are rooting for Gammachuu. That's for sure.
This is part of Gamma's armor.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, summoning minions on his opponent's stream as well. All right, everything. But as you did mention, so 1 mountain climb is somewhere in the realm of like, a minute plus, right? Sure. I mean, not too much over a minute, I would say, but maybe a little bit, like just a a little bit more, given that Gem and unfortunately does get some interference along the way, but it does actually look like so while 1 minute is not, it is certainly very it's certainly quite an order to overcome, on Gem's side. However, we still do have like the rest of the game, Turtle Rock to play. We have GT. Gamma has in those cases picked up quite a bit of safety, so things have definitely been mitigated a bunch in terms of risk. However, though, just like any, even the best NMG runners, right? They lose their run to Trinex. They lost their run in on Ganon, in GT. Like things can happen. And being spoiler, it is still high variance.
Yeah,
sword on Gamma side.
Could be trouble. How long does it take for you to use Bombos and for it to open up the? How long is that?
That's a great question.
Feels like forever when you're doing it.
I know, 10 seconds, maybe? 8 seconds?
It just shows you how good they are, right? Like,
Yeah,
Jem had a little bit of
yeah.
a mistake in the beginning and has played really well ever since. And it's this close, you know. One's in the front, one's in the middle of Turtle Rock. Looks like Madcap is saying a minute 29 behind.
Yeah, yeah, and I think actually it's like in this particular case, Gamma's routing strategy, as we've kind of seen, basically the entirety of the up till Turtle Rock in the mountain was incredibly aggressive, right?
Yep.
4 hearts, green mail, no safeties. You know, Meyer, fighting Vitreous with Fighter Sword, and half magic and cape. Basically that is one mountain climb's worth of difference, right? And
Yep.
Gamma, decided that was basically going to be worth his time, and actually looked like for his level of execution and play today, it definitely was.
Yeah. 129 is a lot. That's a lot in the story.
It is. That being said, there are, well, okay, I don't want to wish, misfortune.
It's never over until they're actually done, right? Like 129 is a lot of time to make up in a spoiler log race and an NMG race and anything that's very execution heavy. That doesn't mean it can't be done. Like, for sure stuff can happen, especially when you're on this low percentage of of equipment and stuff. But
even the most consistent runners do have things happen, that are outside of their control, right?
Sure. We've all fallen to Moldorm 2 at the top of, you don't even have to be.
Yes, yeah. No level of sword and equipment is going to help you in that fight.
Sure, like you could definitely just take a wrong spin and you bounce off the wrong way and you're at the bottom, and all of a sudden you lost a bunch of time. So things can happen. Execution's super important, but we'll see if Gamma can take this lead all the way to the end.
Yeah, and I guess, like, for what it's worth, right? So yeah, we did kind of mention this before, that Jem and Gamma are allowed to watch each other's streams. They're allowed to take a peek as to what. I mean, now, granted, maybe they don't want to right now because, again, it takes a lot of focus in order to for them to kind of execute at this level. That being said, if they wanted to try and take a peek at, like, boss RNG, for example, right? If they think they're maybe behind minion RNG, however, they just kind of have to deal with. Gamma looks like he might have been peeking over there at Gem Street.
Yeah,
I don't know
picked up that blue potion.
Yeah.
Did not see that one coming. I was like, what is he picking up here? It's a blue potion. All right. That tells me that he knows that he's ahead and doesn't. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Well, good thing we picked up that blue potion.
Wow.
Everything's fine.
Talk about RNG, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, minion RNG, like Pokies, Chomps, right? Dead Rocks, right? Those are not fixed between the two seas. Those are definitely very much in your own worlds. So yes, Gamma certainly taking a bit of a tackle there by the Pokies and in the Pogs. All right, we're here on Master Sword Trinex, but actually, I think I also do predict, accurately predict that Sword on Catfish is very, very much a high investment in terms of item, and looks like actually, they both don't need it.
Yeah. I mean, with the other sword being with the big key of GT, it just makes sense that you skip Catfish.
Yeah, you can see that in this case, like Gems. So, well, Gems are also pretty healthy right now. And I think, I think actually, did Gamma get the powder?
No, he didn't get it. That was in Super Bunny. Yeah.
Okay. So that actually might be like Gamma's powder, essentially, right? Like, if he really needs it, he can just pop it at the top of GT.
Totally. He still has that green goo too, in case. I don't know what he'd need that for, but just in case, I guess.
Yeah, my guess is that he just wanted that for the bottle, because that was where Ice Rod was, and I didn't see where the other bottles were. Right. Yeah, like, one's here on Laser Bridge.
Yep.
Who knows where the other two are?
Yep, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh no! He shot the silver arrow, but all the lag did not help.
Yeah.
Killing that Lionel.
All right, actually, really nice Trinex fight here on Jump side. No ice on the floor. Always really great to see. Not only, of course, just because of timing, but also because this is tournament edition. We are going to incur all of the cost of having extra sprites on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
what
want to
is
say
Gamma's
Gem
entry time?
probably made up some time. 42:58.
50. Okay. All right. So that is GT entry. So Gem just needs to run over to Trinex, or not Trinex, GT, and then we can actually see this.
Oh, there's the big.
Oh, just in Hope Room. Okay.
Oh, was I wrong? Was it not? It's not there. Where's the big?
Is it in Southpost Room? Because if we're gonna be on Master Sword Silvers, like that suddenly, you know, there's a lot of room there for variation.
Oh yeah, it's in DM. It's in.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's in D room. I read GT key. It's just a key there.
Oh, okay, okay. Gotcha.
But still, you're gonna get that tempered sword 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like there's also a small key here, you know, on Gamma side. Okay, so yeah, so we got the big key in Hope Room, and then you were always gonna probably want to steal a key regardless if you're gonna go to left side under the pot, and so like you were literally like right next to Temper Sword, right?
Yeah.
It will definitely save you time, on the fight. All right, yeah, but Gamma is definitely taking advantage of the cape. You know, cape again does not actually introduce any extra luck because, well, you don't have a sprite to animate in this particular case. Kind of unlike Berna, which we did unfortunately see a little bit more of his impact on the tournament branch when Gem played Relkin yesterday. Definitely kind of messed things up quite a bit. But yeah, the cape is very, very nice if you have the ability to use it.
What did I say his entry point was?
43.58. 42.58. Is that right? There was a 58. There was a 58 in there.
Okay, so it's just over a minute is the difference then.
Okay, so it does sound like the
a
Gem
minute
made
4
up for the time?
seconds. Yeah, he made up about 20 seconds there.
Oh, there's a key there too.
Oh,
okay,
geez.
well,
Okay.
it sounds. I don't know. I guess like I don't know. Maybe Gem saved 1 second, like in that room, if you didn't have to dash versus go up. That key definitely looked closer.
All right, here we go though. Both on at least 6 hearts. Blue mail, silver arrows, tempered.
Yeah, it looks like actually Gem had a pretty good gauntlet.
Yeah, already through. Oh, missed it. That's an extra cycle.
Missed it. I like in the fast round. Like, is it easier to recover because you don't have as much lag? Is that? I guess I don't know. If you end up missing a silver arrow,
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like Gamma's also taking no chances, basically. We've got multiple potions that refill our magic, and half magic, and the cape. Alright, well, looks like, you know, the lamp's gonna be used, at least, somewhat today. Because he was able to kind of use all that magic, you know, let's just light the torches with the lamp.
Nice gauntlet for Gem.
Oh, look at those! Look at that well-timed iframe. I guess I didn't actually know that could happen, but I guess if you end up getting hit when you're still invincible, you don't get a knockback. I don't know. All right, nice 1 cycle Linmo. So Gem's gonna save a little bit of time there. I'm not sure what the quite difference. We can actually see in this case, you know, at like Ganon Batland or something like that. Basically, we're kind of past all of these pretty difficult bosses. Nice Moldorm fight though on Gamma side. No.
Yeah, nice and quick.
Oh no!
Yep.
I think
that could have been really bad. That could have been really bad.
Yeah,
nice save though. Nice recovery.
For sure. Yeah, and I mean, it kind of looked like at that point, right? Gamma was, you know, again, he's really using this cape. You know, I don't think he would take any chances. He probably, again, saw where he was kind of in the state of the race, and if he is willing to sacrifice, let's say, like, the extra, whatever, you know, 1 second, half a second, in order to basically actively use the cape, maybe, you know, and the magic is negligible, dude, just, you know, that is 100% worth it, right? Because he has that buffer to spare.
He's going to use cape here, too, as well, so he doesn't get blue balled.
I don't know if that counted as a triple, double.
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, looks like it did.
Okay. Right.
Nicely done. All right, here we go. On to Ganon. This is it.
Yeah, this is about the time when you maybe you're kind of idling, and just ready basically for another cutscene to go through. I don't know, and it's very very opportune time to kind of check in to see where you at in the state of the race.
Yeah,
that's probably what Gamma's actually looking over for. All right, let's see. Ganon drop at 4804. It looks like.
Looks like, yeah.
All right, yeah. Pixcalibur tracker also confirming that as well.
On track to get the 1-in-1. And
he's got the cape out.
Yeah, he's taking no chances.
Ooh, almost a triple on jump side. I don't know how many cycles Ganon
I
Gamma
think it was
having.
3 or 4. I can't remember.
Okay. All right, but yeah, so Gamma's already gone through phases 1 and 2. Oh no! Oh, that was unfortunate. Yeah, we're just gonna go through the motions in this case. All right, nice recovery on jump side.
Yeah, that's what Gamma did. He used the cape there, so he didn't get blue balled, which just super aggressive with that cape, knowing that he can be. There's 1 silver arrow. We just need 3 more. There's 2, 3, and nope.
Not almost 4.
There's 4.
That is 4.
Get your GGs in chat for Gammachuu. Put on a real good display of trusting in yourself and knowing that you can do all of this on 4 hearts green mail without a lamp. That was really impressive.
Yeah, the half magic from Desert, and as you mentioned, right, his confidence in his own execution ability really actually did shine through here today.
Yeah,
big GGs to Gamma.
Yeah.
Gamma
unfortunately got the bad pattern there, interrupting Ganon's warp, but we'll still probably get the 1-in-1 no problem here, because Gem is that good, and he is.
Oh yeah, of course he is. I mean, granted, Ganon has never been Gem's nicest nemesis, but it looks like Gem is still able to tango with him. Yeah, so we're just gonna go through the motions. I assume Gem at this point has kind of seen the dot done. Either that or he's already checked into, where he was in Aga 2 or somewhere like that. So we're just gonna finish up the race here.
Yeah, he definitely threw in his GGs to Gammachuu. Finished with a time of Gamma finished with a 104.18. That's including study time.
Yeah, and granted, yes, Gem did end up kind of doing extra hula hand at the very beginning, unintentional, of course. Did cost him a little bit extra time, but I think really the
but not a minute and a half.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. The major difference I think really seemed like Gamma avoided the extra mountain crit, right, and that really kind of carried him through. So, but yeah, give you GGs in chat for Gem, finishing up very great job mix performance and everything. Did extremely well. It's just that Gamma in this case had a route that very very few people could actually overcome.
Now let's calm down a little bit.
Okay, all right, you're right. Okay,
let's calm down. He did good, but let's calm down on this how well he did. Oh, speaking of, GGs to both Gammachuu and Gem.
GGs, guys.
Yeah, GGs, Gamma.
Sorry, mic muted. GGs, Gem.
Yeah, so the race was super close. Gem, obviously, you had that unfortunate hula hand there that kind of cost you a little bit of time. I felt like you were able to calm down, though, and it didn't tilt you too much throughout the rest of the seed. But I think the real difference between the two was Gamma, you chose not to go get the bow and the lamp and all that stuff off of the mountain, and Gem, you did after rescuing the old man. So I guess Gamma, if you give your thoughts on the routing there, and Gem also.
I almost screwed up. I didn't even catch the bow and thief sound when I was planning my route until very late. And I figured, I'm going to have the cape in Hype Cave, and I'm going to have the free half magic in, where's that, Desert? So I just, go ahead and use bombs and just use the half magics. Fighter Torch spins suck, but I honestly don't know if it was worth getting the silver just to make the fight that much more faster than the way I did it. Because it's slow and you have to wait for the magic refill animation to kind of fill you back up. So I had no idea. I just felt, I think this is faster, and went with it.
Yeah,
and I almost died too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably sorta close. I just figured I wouldn't want to deal with that, and most of the time I invest getting those silvers, I get back on Vitreous, and then you also save a little bit of time on Amos, on Argus.
Yeah.
At least in theory, if you don't do Argus as badly as I did.
But overall, what did you guys think of the seed? I mean, it's always interesting.
It's really hard to route, I thought.
Especially with the money situation in the beginning. I feel like whenever you have to do Zora, I feel like it kind of throws things off because you're not only trying to route everything in, you got to figure out how do I get all this money.
One of my big early routing, I tried to think. I took a lot of time just thinking, how do I get bombs to get that bombable, the flipper in Blind's Hut. I just said, screw it. I'm just gonna buy the 100 off the bomb bottle vendor and just snatch up extra money right there in Blind's Hut and the well. But no, I think overall it was fairly nice. It just seemed a little weird, I don't know, to route the boots in. Magic was a big concern just to get the early fluid as soon as possible. And
what did you do for Magic?
I just ran to Uncle, the pot's right there.
Gem beat you on that one for sure.
But I think that's pretty a Gem exclusive trick, though. I don't know.
I dug 3 times and got full Magic from it.
Oh wow. Yeah, I had routed ahead of what I had planned because I told myself, okay, once I get the mids from Hype Cave, once I go to Village, the West Dark World portal, bonk the tree so I could get the full Magic. But I didn't even have the boots yet. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm just in panic mode. I don't know. I don't want to waste the time walking over to save the old man when I could just float over there quickly. So I just, I don't know, panic mode and went straight to Uncle.
Yeah, I had originally planned to, so the pickles were in a small variety pack. I was planning to just, try to get Magic of those since the Magic is pretty early in that price pack. But then I realized I need like 1.5 small Magics, so that's actually not enough. And then I was kind of panicking. I was like, okay, I'll try digging a few times, and that if I don't get Magic, I'll just go to Uncle. And then I got insanely lucky.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the shovel. I forgot you could just use it as well. Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Yeah. Otherwise, the Magic situation kind of sucked because, in all the spoilers I've played, I've never had to do Houlihan, so I just don't have any practice with the flipper setup, and it kind of showed when I screwed it up and dropped into the useless fairy. I don't know how much that loses. It's less than a minute that I lost by for sure.
Probably 20. I think it was something like 29 seconds or 28 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
Then
I also screwed up by not realizing that I still need more money for a pod, so I didn't grab everything in Houlihan. And then I went to Stumpy to get 50 there, and later I realized there's just 350 and Super Bunny Cave instead. I should have just grabbed those.
How did you route in Stumpy? After Swamp or
after Hype Cave, you walked over to C-shaped house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ended up getting the hook shot early without the boots. I don't know if that was the best time to do it. I was looking at the stunt prize, this will give me pod money, but I didn't immediately need to go in pod, so I don't know when the best time would have been to do that. But stunt prize being
20s though, that's pretty helpful.
Yeah, pod was what I was thinking of, but that was late. I didn't need to go there immediately, so it gave me time to look. Maybe there's some 50 chests along the way. But yeah, I just farmed it all up while I was in Thief's Town.
Well, GGC both, Gem. I think this is it for you. Do you cash? Did you get I don't know, $10 or something? I don't know what the payout is.
It's third place, right? So I hope it's maybe a bit more than 10, maybe 15.
I guess we can ask one of the admins.
GG's on that run. I mean, the top 3 are you're all monsters at this game, and tough races.
Yeah.
So GG's to you, Jim.
Yeah. Don't feel bad at all losing to Gamma. This super good runner, especially in spoiler.
GG's, Jim. I was very nervous coming into this. I was already kind of telling people, I'm currently in 5 tournaments now, and I was telling, well, after the end of the day, I'll be down 2 more tournaments. So I was already kind of chalking up, you're gonna crush me. So I know you're a good runner, so I respect you as a runner, and I was kind of already, a little monk-ass. I forgot, and I had an orange juice the whole time with me too until I finished the race. I'm like, oh, I forgot I had my orange juice with me. I didn't even drink any of it until now, like after I finished. Like I was so focused on the run, like everything else is just blank to me. Big GGs to Jem.
I also appreciated. Yeah, for sure. I appreciated the think Solsky moment on cams too. I'm glad we had cams for that.
That was fun.
And then Gammachuu, easy sailing from here. You just got to beat Andy twice to win this whole thing. So no problems there, right?
First thing I look at besides boots when I'm going up against Jem and Andy, where's a hook shot? A swamp is a pendant or crystal. I want to see if the hook shot's free because I don't want to. I'm in that race was Andy. It was a pendant swamp, and I immediately looked. Oh, where's the hook shot? And it was okay. It's pretty good. So that's what I did today. I looked. Where's the hook shot? Okay, it's a crystal, so we're good. But I'm looking forward to it. He's obviously a very rough opponent, so it'll be fun. I'm sure. We'll see when we get that scheduled.
Cool. Clearmouse, you got anything else?
No, thank you. You've said a lot. Thank you, Gamma. Thank you, Jem, for racing. I mean, one heck of a race. You guys really did put on like an incredible performance, both of you. I mean, like Gamma, like 4 hearts, fighter sword, Mothula. Like that was a little scary, but I mean everything and Vitreous, like you pulled it off. So I mean, job very well done.
Thank you. Yeah, very scary there.
Yeah, I mean, well, just as a contrast, right? Jem, took the Ocean Mountain trip in order to basically get, a bunch more safety. So you probably had a little bit more of a comfort, going in. But I mean, like, I think, you basically negating yourself for that extra mountain trip, like, you probably thought it was worth it, and it really did pay off today. So great job, Jem. Thank you so much. I think, it was an absolute pleasure watching you through the entire set of this tournament. Any thoughts, I guess, about your experience?
I had a blast with this tournament. I didn't really get into regular spoiler until very recently, and I've been enjoying it a ton. So it was a ton of fun to just play all these really good runners in this tournament, and I made it really far, which was great. Thanks to you guys for commentating, and especially you, Clemens. You've done so many commentaries for me in this tournament, so thank you so much.
You don't know she was secretly rooting against you the entire time. She was just there to see if you would lose, and you kept upsetting her by doing all this winning.
Wow. Okay, I take back everything I just said. Thank you, Fear, for being here today. You are my favorite commentator in this race.
It was a really pleasure to watch this race, though, because I mean, you guys route really well. I think this is a very unique mode in Rando, and you get 15 minutes to route it, and that's a real skill, and you guys do it. Both of you guys do it really, really well, and then of course the execution to do what you guys did was impressive. So, GG's to you all. I think that's going to do it.
Yeah.
Thanks to Pixcalibur for tracking for us. Really appreciate that. And again, to Jem and Gammachuu, GG's. Clearmouse, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Fear, for agreeing. It was all very last minute, because they got a whirlwind schedule, right? And so glad that you were able to meet the time. So, and again, thank you so much, Pixcalibur. Also pretty last minute. This race definitely showed up very recently on the schedule. So really was able to, I'm very glad basically for everybody to basically be able to come together for this. So. And I guess so Gamma and Andy are gonna whenever they schedule. I guess we'll just be on the lookout for that. But until then, there's lots of other rando going on. Like, just turn to another Speedgaming channel. I'm sure there's another race going on. But yeah, so again, thank you, Gamma. Thank you, Jem, so much for racing, and best of luck to both Andy and Jem, in the finals for spoilers.
Gamma, Andy and Gamma in the finals.
No, actually, it's me.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So you're rooting for Jem, right, Fear? I'm pretty sure that's what you just said. All right. Have a great day, everybody.